Hey guys, it's Kagan with BriteBee. Thanks for listening today. Today I'm with Barry Fidlow with Farmers Insurance Agency in Lombard, Illinois. Barry, how are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good. And yourself?
Hey, I'm doing good. So tell me a little bit about your agency. What's so special about you guys?
You know, it's funny. I try to tell my clients that I hope they never see what's so special about this agency. And that's because where we really shine is at claims time, right? We have a 24/7 answering service. There's an emergency protocol. In my experience in 8 years in this business, house fires never happen at a convenient time, right?
Right.
So, I'll give you an example. We got a call from a gentleman who was sitting in the back of his police car with his wife and his 2 boys. He was a night nurse, and he went out to warm his car. It was like -1 degree out. Went back in to make his coffee, and he had one of those homes where there was a living area right above the garage. Well, he had an electrical short in his van, and that lit the van on fire.
Oh,
The
wow.
van lit both his other car and his house on fire. He was able to get both of the boys out and his wife out, but that was about it.
Wow.
I was there by 1:30 in the morning because he called our answering service. They then call every number we own every 5 minutes until we acknowledge it.
Gotcha. Wow.
I had
That's
hot
great.
chocolate for the boys. I had blankets, took them, checked them into a hotel. The next day, picked them up, brought them back to the house. We walk you through the claims process like you're our family because that's when you really need your agent.
Well, tell me, what led you down this road of starting an insurance agency and where you are today?
So I started my career as a graduate from the Culinary Institute of America in Hyde Park, New York, and spent the first 25 years of my working career as a chef, culminating with being executive sous chef of the Drake in downtown Chicago. I went from being a chef into technology. Technology was my hobby. So I basically just took my hobby and made it my profession, and took my profession and made it my hobby. I
That's
worked my
great.
way up through network admin and then fell into a sales job. Did really well in sales for quite a while. And we have some problems with my mom where she had dementia and kidney disease and came to live with us. At the same time, my wife's father had dementia and Parkinson's.
Mm.
So
Going through that right now with my grandparents. That Parkinson's is rough.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
It's a very hard situation, even now looking back on it. So during that period of time, both of those people have since passed quite a while ago. But during that period of time, my mom didn't have anything. My wife and I liquidated close to $250,000 in retirement savings, keeping her out of a Medicaid home.
Mm-hmm.
And my wife's father had everything. I mean, he was a child of the Depression, a CPA. His ducks were in military precision. He even had one of the first home care policies that was ever written or available.
Wow.
And he was able to stay at home through his going through the stages of Parkinson's till hospice because of that policy.
Wow.
As we're going through all of this, the company I was with downsized from 200 people down to 35 people. I got hit in the 4th round of layoffs. So my resume was everywhere, right?
Right.
You know how that goes. And I got a call from Bankers Life. They brought me into what was supposed to be an interview but was a sales presentation.
Mm-hmm.
But I got really excited that, hey, I could make a living helping people not go through what I had just gone through. Wow, I didn't know you could make a living doing that.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
And so I did my due diligence. I wasn't particularly happy with Bankers Life. But, my wife and I interviewed. We decided we kind of wanted to do this together. And we interviewed with Farmers and State Farm and Genworth Financial, like a half a dozen places. And we finally chose Farmers. We love the corporate philosophy, right, of getting out there, meeting your clients, educating, doing stuff for the community. And Honestly, they were one of the few companies that didn't ask us to come in with a list of our closest 200 friends.
Sure.
That actually played into the decision as well.
Yeah, that makes a difference. So let's talk about this. What is your main drive in your professional or even in your personal life?
That's a tough question. In my professional life, it's trying to make sure, like we had just gone through, that people don't have to liquidate their retirement savings to keep their parents out of a Medicaid home, right? Or to try to figure out how am I going to pay for a funeral. We have very caring discussions about end of life in my office that are completely non-pressure and mostly educational. But that professionally, that's probably where it is. And personally, my wife and I foster dogs through Almost Home Foundation. We absolutely love animals, and we've saved 27 dogs so far on our own.
That's great.
Almost Home saves hundreds a year. And we're very involved with our temple and with our faith.
That's fantastic. So you got to tell me a little bit more about the dogs. Now, in some of the pictures
Okay.
that I saw, you have the dogs at the office sometimes. Is that right?
Yeah, if the dog is well behaved enough and housebroken enough, we bring them to the office every day with us so that people can meet them and so that they're not sitting at home alone. If you walk into my agency through the front door and just kind of look toward the wall, you will see a picture of every dog we've ever fostered that has been placed, right? They don't, like Kiki T, our present foster, who's a 70-pound lab mix female. She's not on the wall yet because she hasn't been adopted yet.
Yeah.
And we also do, quite a bit of charity work. We work with Madison School here. Madison School, we found out, much to our own surprise after living here for God knows how many years, that 80% of the students that go to that school are financial aid students. And last year we ran a winter clothing drive for them. We collected a bunch of shoes and snow pants and gloves because, kids can't go out to recess if they don't have the appropriate clothing. And some of their families just can't afford it. And that breaks my heart. I mean, I've had times in my life where my weekly grocery budget was enough for chicken bouillon, a loaf of bread, and peanut butter and jelly. And so we've done that, and we donate snacks to that school and make sure that the kids have snacks there because a lot of the poor kids, they're the ones that are hungry, but they're sitting there watching their friends at snack time eat snacks, and they don't have anything.
Yeah.
You can't fix the world, but you can certainly help a little bit in your corner of it.
Yeah, definitely. Well, Barry, we don't have a lot more time, but tell us where we can find you online and also just how people can get in touch with you.
So people can certainly reach us at our office at 630-303-9100. I make myself always available. My cell number is 630-329-9400. Please feel free to call me whenever. We're also available on Facebook and LinkedIn. We also have a Google Plus page and a Twitter account, as well as a fairly active farmers page on farmers.com/B Fidlow.
Well, that's great. Well, guys, make sure to take a moment to talk to Barry Fidlow, located in Lombard, Illinois. You got to remember, he's a chef, he's a dog lover or animal lover. He loves the agency and treating it like his family, which it is. And so there's so many great things about him that you guys need to learn a little bit more. So take a moment, go to BriteBee.com, click Get a Quote, and you can actually search for Barry Fidlow there and find more information on him as well. Guys, have a wonderful day, and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks, Barry.
Thank you very much. Appreciate your time.